of credit, man. They've adjusted to the game plan. I mean, they've adjusted through guys being in and out the lineup. I mean, I wouldn't say the whole word battle tested, but battle test.
Right.
Kyle Lowry didn't play well. They put him in a lot of action, forced him to guard. They've been attacking the others on the Heat, guys who can't guard, and has been crippling the defense a little bit. So, man, you gotta give Boston a lot of credit, man. They came out focused, came out locked in, and they got a chance to end this thing back in Boston, man.
P-Bev, I'm going to ask you this, and it probably will be controversial, but I feel like you and I live in the controversial trenches of life anyway.
Okay. Here we go.
So it's natural for you and I. You know that old saying, and you and I are both hoopers, man, well, if guy's hurt, he's hurt. And I'm like, oh, I've been hurt, played through a lot of stuff. Like, when you see Tyler Hero not playing the last 2 games, do you give anything to that? I'm not questioning the authenticity of somebody being injured, but, I'm watching Kyle Lowry injured. I'm watching other guys out there hooping injured. What is that? What do you say to that?
I mean, if he was to play, could he have done more? That's my question. I don't even think it's more of a Tyler Hero thing. I just think that Boston, is opposing their will on his team. Who's ever hurt, who's ever injured, however it go, you're going to have to move, you have to play some defense, we're going to attack you. And they've been doing that, man, consistently. I don't know, since, game 2 or whatever that switch was, they found out that these guys cannot guard us. Maybe it's the game Marcus Smart came back. I don't know what game it was, but it's something that's going on in their head that they're just attacking the Heat. Every chance they get, and they're attacking everyone. So, I don't even think, man, these injuries, Tyler Hero, I don't even think he could have did anything if he played, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So Max Strus and Kyle Lowry combined for 1 of 28 the last 2 games.
Yeah.
1 of 28. Why?
What, rhythm, consistency, Boston, we mentioned before, man, you getting attacked and you got to come back and you got to play making, you got to make plays for others, and you got to score the ball, man. That's hard. Cal's been out with injury, throughout the whole playoffs. So just jump in, these games, and and try to win against a tested Boston, guys who's been in rhythm, guys who've been playing. That's to be hurt and just jump right in the Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals, man. That's tough. So, and you gotta say, I didn't see this coming, man. I did not see this coming.
Right. Great. So Patrick Beverly of the Minnesota Timberwolves, hit him on Twitter, PatBev21, joining Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio. Real quick, that jacket is fire, by the way. What does the lettering say?
I don't even know. I seen it. I liked it. Bought it.
Okay. I wanted to know. I'm looking at that. I said, man, I was paying attention, Pat Bev, what you were saying, but my eyes kept going to that jacket. I said, man, that jacket's live.
Hey, I got a question for y'all, though. If y'all on Boston and y'all see the starting lineup of Strauss and Lowry, are you guys are you afraid?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't afraid, but I thought they was going to impose their will on as far as coaching and all that. But when Jimmy went down with the knee thing, they see blood. They really see blood out there.
Yeah. Pat, our brain waves are similar in how we think about some things, and one of the things I said on our show was I have all the respect in the world for Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, right? I get it. Undrafted guys, they're playing at a high level. But when you get to a certain level in the playoffs, if you're Jason Tatum or if you're Jaylen Brown, or if you're Marcus Smart, there has to be a switch where you look at these guys and be like, yo, you don't belong on the court with me. You don't belong playing against me. I know you're here, but I am that dude right now. And I feel like that switch has kind of happened in real time.
Nah, and yeah, for sure. I don't know what happened. Seriously, I don't know what game it was. If it was game 2 or game 3,
right?
Or I don't know what happened. But Boston looks like they look way more confident. I don't know if it's Coach Uden gave them a secret speech or whatever, but they look way more confident. It's almost like they know they can beat this team whenever. If we do this, we can walk out here with a win. So. It's scary hours for the Heat.
P-Bev, you giving them a legit shot to beat the Warriors?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No.
Not even a shot?
No.
No? Not
What
at
are
all.
we talking about? So what do the Warriors win? What's the series?
I don't know.
In your world, Pat Bev.
I can't be over here with the suits on. That's not my swag.
That's right. That's right.
I'm comfortable. That's all put together.
Cozy.
Before this day is over, I will recruit Pat Bev to the Knicks.
There you go.
We're going to right or wrong from all those years ago.
That's 10 years too late.
But we have the always fashionable Louis Riddick. He sets the stage for that Teddy Bruschi. And, of course, the great Vince Carter. So let's break it down. Game of the night. Alan, step in here with the series tied at 2-2 Wednesday night. Jimmy Butler. We're going to watch him miss a three, and that was the theme for them all night long. But he gets his own rebound, puts it up, misses again, but Bam is there with the putback.
Yeah, Bam showing up in that moment, but not really much in the playoffs for Jimmy Butler and the Heat. But still, that, as you mentioned, missed threes, huge theme in this game.
Yeah, and the Celtics were really sloppy early on. They had 10 turnovers in the first half.
This has been a microcosm of this series. It's been ugly. It's been sloppy. There's been bodies on the floor, but second half is where the Celtics took over.
Oh, man, that Miami backcourt struggled so bad. Strus missing the three. They missed 38 three-pointers. And here's Al Horford. So good to have him back.
Old man winner. You know, they got him for Kemba Walker in a first-round pick. Well worth it.
Indeed, they did. Here goes Jason Tatum. Took him a while to heat up. That shoulder was bothering him a bit. Now Boston up 6. Victor Oladipo challenged by Robert Williams at the rim. And the Celtics take it the other way.
The bodies on the floor once again. Jason Tatum just took over in this game, and everyone fed off his energy, including Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Brown really struggled in the first half. Had a bunch of turnovers himself, but drops the bucket there. They finished the third quarter on a 10-0 run, and now they're up by a dozen. See Al Horford finding Tatum in the corner, the three. Celtics by 15, and then Tatum backing down. Strus, poor Strus, had a tough night. 22 points, 12 rebounds, 9 dimes. Celtics by 17, and here goes Brown.
Look out.
Throwing it down. Oh! Wow.
Which one was better, Pat Bev? This one or Andrew Wiggins on Luka?
I like the Wiggins one, but if I'm
me too.
If I'm fouling him though. Put him right on the
Post game.
for sure.
You know, we can't think that it's over with. That, you know, we need to go back home like we down 3-2. With that sense of urgency, like that it's a must-win game. You know, not relaxing because we up. Obviously enjoying this one, but not being satisfied, knowing that we still got things to clean up. We still need to play better. And, you know, the job's just not finished yet.
Yeah, well, they know that better than anybody. They came back from 3-2 earlier in these playoffs. Boston, though, in an ideal spot. Historically in playoff history, the teams that win Game 5 in a series tied at 2-all go on to win that series 82% of the time. So, gentlemen, how did the Celtics turn that thing around last night?
Man, they are attacking these guys offensively. I had the Heat winning before. I'm way off. Boston.
You had the Heat winning in how many?
I don't even know about all that. I just had the Heat winning the series. But what Boston is doing to the guards right now, they're attacking them. They're getting in them. Boston is rebounding them way better than them. They're just playing with a little bit more swagger, a little bit more edge. They're keeping them in 1-3 pick and rolls, 1-2 pick and rolls, getting the matchup they want and exploiting that Miami defense for sure.
It's funny because Eric Spoelstra said, you know, when our shots weren't dropping, then our defense started to drop off as well. But how much did the Celtics have to do with that Miami poor shooting?
Oh, it certainly is a big part of it because it's all about contesting those shots and contesting through. Second half, they were 0 for 17 on the contested threes. It's just, it's the defense that has been a big part of this, and it demoralizes you. If you aren't making shots and at a rate where the Heat weren't making shots painfully. They were the #1 three-point shooting team in the NBA this season, and they have shot under 30% in the series. Like, they just haven't been able to knock down threes. It does demoralize you. I mean, I imagine you can relate with it, Pat. It's the idea of having to play hard defensively against a really good offensive team is not easy when in the back of your mind, if you're Max Strus or Kyle Lowry or whoever, in the back of your head, you're going, how many have I missed now? I got to make another shot. It messes with your head and it affects your energy, but injuries are a big part of this, too. The wheels are falling off Miami as far as Jimmy Butler's injury. Tyler Hero's not even playing.
Yeah.
You can see Kyle Lowry's not even close to 100%.
Man, that backcourt was
it's just
tough
wheels
to watch.
are coming off this team right now.
All right, Vince, what impressed you about the Celtics?
It was their defense. Like the panel said, it was their defense. And their aggressiveness. And that was the thing I was looking for from Jason Tatum first and foremost in this game is, will he be in attack mode early? Yes, they didn't have a great first half, but the Boston Celtics did to the Miami Heat what the Miami Heat did to them in the third quarter. And that was hit first, early and often in the third quarter, 32 points scored to their 16, and they took off from there. And one thing I like what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown did, they did not settle. We talk about getting downhill. Getting downhill all the time doesn't mean getting to the layup, but getting to your spot, getting to a pull-up, and not just settling for those contested three-point shots all the time or contested jump shots. And they did not do that, and that's why they won this game.
All right, I want you to know that somebody at the set is really doing their homework because Pat Bev is like poring over the stat sheet. So while you absorbed that, if we're talking about Heat culture, I know that you picked the Heat and you made the point, Alan, in our meeting earlier this morning that some people are going to take that Heat culture to task. They're going to say, look, here's where you are. All these injured players, you guys don't rest, you play hard, maybe too hard. What say you to that?
I think it would be unfair to say that because I think Heat culture and, the idea of Heat culture, but what they represent is a good thing for the NBA. The idea of playing hard, the idea of being in the best shape of your life, as Eric Spoelstra said, it ain't for everybody, and that's a fact. Some guys go there and they're like, nah, I can't. I'm not about this life. But I think it's actually a representative, really good for the league. It's not about the culture. It's about what I had mentioned. They were a great three-point shooting team, #1 in the league this year. They didn't take a ton. They were middle of the pack as far as attempts. But the fact that they made the most of those threes, it helped them offensively because they are a great defensive team. But they are ice cold in this series, and that has been a major impact to them. It's not the culture. It's the injuries and the fact that legs feed the wolf, Herb Brooks once said, and they don't have legs. You can see all the short shots.
You agree, Pat, or?
Definitely agree with that. For Kyle Lowry, just to not play and jump in the Eastern Conference Finals is so tough. To guard these guys, the Tatum guys, they're putting them in pick and roll left and right. They're putting Strus in pick and roll left and right. Then coming down and, like you said, no legs and not able to capitalize on shots on the other end.
But, I mean, you picked these guys to win the series,
Yeah,
so where's this gone south? Who do you blame if you had to pin the blame on?
We always got to blame somebody.
Okay, we got to blame somebody.
All right, come on, Pat.
Okay,
let's do that. That's assignment number one.
Okay, let's blame health to start.
Injuries.
That's blame
Fair.
health.
Yeah.
We can't really do anything about health, but I'm gonna blame health. But I'm gonna blame the ability to move your feet defensively.
Okay.
I have to blame that. And the guards from Miami, they got to pick it up. If they don't, they're gonna be with me over here.
All right, Vince. Maybe. I don't know. I think you got a pretty firm hold on that seat right now. Vince, you get the last word here.
I agree with the panel. I think both are spot on. You cannot blame the culture because if that was the case, they would not have been a good team historically for a good little while because players or star players wouldn't want to be there, for one. For two, I just think injuries has really played a factor on there. And one thing, and it's not blame, it's just putting, Bam Adebayo needing to step up and be that guy because of the injuries. And throughout the season, it's been, Tyler Hero, it's been Jimmy Butler, it's been a core group of guys. So it's unfortunate that Jimmy Butler, has been injured. Kyle Lowry, I think, is extremely important to this team on both ends of the floor. In his health, he can't get out there and really run the offense or give them the scoring punch that they need as well. So, the Heat culture has always been about expectation, what's expected of you, about you're getting your body right so you can sustain, being the best for 82 games in the playoffs.
I know who to blame. I just figured it out.
Who?
The Celtics. Can we give them credit?
There you go.
They
All
are
right.
packing
I like
the paint.
that.
They are a great defensive team. They're much
Yep.
longer and bigger than them. They are supposed to win this
You're
series.
right.
All right. Joel Embiid had something really interesting to say about that series. That is coming up, though. But first, we got to